I can do without.
Friggin' what up, dude? Strider Wilson. I'm the host of this podcast that's mine. Going to be called History is Dank. History is Dank with Strider Wilson. Dankness from the ground.
Friggin' what up, dude? Welcome back to another ep of History is Dank, dude. I'm your host, Strider Wilson. We got Aaron Beaston on the sticks as always, dude. What up, Aaron?
What up?
Chillin', dude. And we got a special treat in the house today, dude. We got the very hilarious, the very talented Cole Garrett. Welcome to the History is Dank, dude. Thanks for being here.
What up, dude? Stoked to be here. Thanks for having me.
Oh, dude. It's an honor, bro.
I'm excited.
We share something, and we've done a few stand-up shows, which, by the way, check out the episode description. I'm going to share Cole's social media handles. He runs a lot of shows individually, but also for Don't Tell. So maybe it's better coming from the horse's mouth. I mean,
yeah, you want me to plug it right now?
Anyway, he's a hilarious guy. Yeah, do a 35-minute special, please, right now. Yeah. But, dude, super hilarious stand-up. Thanks for being here. And yeah, man. So check out his stuff. But I was going to say, in the green room, we got to a talking.
Yes.
As we do. And we're from the same neck of the woods, pretty much.
We are very close. Very close. We went to two opposing high schools that were probably 5 miles from each other, but there's a lot of overlap.
Tons of overlap. This is, you could think of a little Johnny Tsunami, if you will. Skies urchins. I went to them. I'm still wearing today. If you're watching, I'm still wearing my khakis. I wore these I just feel comfortable in them. I went to the private school, Santa Margarita.
So you guys were the skiers.
We were the skiers. 100%.
Yes.
We were the skies.
We were the boarders.
Yes.
We were the urchins.
Yes, you were.
Yeah, a little cooler, a little more rough around the edges.
Over at Tesoro
High School versus Rancho Santa Margarita.
Correct.
What was your mascot? An eagle?
Eagle.
An eagle. We were the
bull.
Titans.
Oh, you were the Titans?
We were the Titans. Yeah.
Why are you guys not a bull? Isn't it Tesoro mean bull? Or Torero is a bull?
Yeah, Toro.
Toro's a bull.
Toro means bull. I have no idea what Tesoro means.
Yeah, no, it's nothing.
Nobody knows.
Nothing.
Yeah, but we were the Titans. Yeah, but you know what? You know what's funny about both those schools? We had bad kids, but the bad kids at Rancho Santa Margarita were just sneakier.
That's correct, which is worse.
Yes.
In my opinion, if I'm a parent, I'm an adult looking back, if you're sneaky and bad and getting away with it, I don't like it.
I don't like it.
If you're just a dumb shithead, it's still not good, but I know where you're coming from.
Yeah, you feel it. It's kind of like that Leave It to Beaver, like Eddie Haskell, like, hello.
Yes.
Hello, Mrs. Garrett. And my mom would always be like, there's something wrong with that kid. Like, my mom could always see through those types of guys. Come in with the uniform on.
Bro, yes.
Complimenting the house. You're like, that kid has drugs in his pocket.
100%, and he's going to flush them in your toilet, and then guess what? He's going to upper deck your toilet. He's the type of kid who'd upper deck your toilet when he's coming over for lunch.
Yeah, and then steal your vodka.
Yeah, he would for sure jack of. Yes.
Yeah, put it in a water bottle, and then you put it in the freezer. Half the bottle freezes, and you're like, God damn it!
Correct.
It was Johnny.
And he's the kid who would plan. Dude, there was kids who would plan stuff. They'd come back. I don't want to name drop any of these bad kids, but like, they would jack. There's a neighborhood called Kodo out there.
Oh, we know it.
Bro, and
that's kind of the divide.
Yeah, it is.
So Kodo is like right between both schools.
Yes.
And for those who don't know, Kodo de Casa is a very upscale, very rich private neighborhood that has basically a golf course running through it. And probably, the thing about Kodo that was interesting was that there was a lot of money, a lot of bad kids, a lot of drugs, a lot of boozing, a lot of partying, and it was a gated community, so it took cops a really long time to get
and
in
it's like
there.
A canyon. It's fucking
there's
like
windy roads.
Yeah.
So by the time that people like figure out that the cops have been called, we're gone. We're at the opposite side of Kodo.
Yep. Every toilet's been upper decked. There's a lot of upper decking going on.
Dude,
I was recently upper decked.
Yeah.
Dude,
yeah.
No.
2006 was like the year of the upper decker.
Dude, that was my year.
Yeah.
And So yeah, there's this big divider. There's this insane neighborhood, Kodo, which like where the fucking Real Housewives of Orange County live.
Yes.
Like some of them live there.
Yes,
Some of them live in like Newport.
Yes, my buddy his mom was one of them.
Love that. See,
Yeah,
now
the
we're
Keogh
talking.
family.
Bro.
Yeah, it was great.
And dude, those shows do kind of nail it. Like they
nail it.
They're kind of correct. Like that's how
It's spot on. It's how and there's a little bit of fluff, but for the most part, you watch some of those reality TV shows and you're like, this is bullshit, man. And then you kind of get into that world a little bit and you're like, oh no.
Oh, yeah.
That's actually how they are for real.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. The dad is fucking jacked up on testosterone replacement.
Yeah.
The kid is on.
Mom's a lunatic.
Yeah.
And the kids are just running rampant.
Yes. Just Chardonnay in a Starbucks cup, just driving around Kodo. Insanity. So and this is, you're Tesoro. I'm Santa Margarita. We're a few years different. Yes, Aaron,
Tesoro means treasure.
Oh, lovely. Thank you so much.
What a fucking beast.
I feel like I knew that now. Now that sounds familiar.
Big shout out to the good people at Anchor Brewing Company in San Francisco. They've been working hard for 127 years to bring you the best beer in the world. Anchor workers are in a negotiation on their second union contract, and they would love your support. If you're a fan of great beer and workers' rights, I am. Reach out to @Anchor Brewing on social media and let them know you stand with the workers by using hashtags #AnchorUnion and #AnchoredInSF. For updates, you can follow them on social media platforms at AnchorUnionSF. Together, we can make sure that the people who bring you your favorite beer are treated fairly. Also, any SF Bay Area locals are welcome to join our Drink In event on Friday, February 10th at 5 p.m. at our tap room in Potrero Hill. DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of Super Bowl 57, has all the Super Bowl action you need. I cannot wait to get in on it right at the touch of my fingertips while I'm sitting on the couch. Got to make sure I don't get some of that nacho cheese from my 7-layer dip when I get in on all the action, baby. Maybe my 7-leg parlay. Who knows? I'm fired up. Let's go. Download DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code DANK. New customers can bet $5 on Super Bowl 57 and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook with code DANK. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. Void in Ohio. See show notes for details. I would say, would you say that it lives up to, I don't know if it's exactly.
No, definitely not. It's definitely not the treasure of the town.
Dude, no.
It's like in the bottom of a gully. Like you don't even know. It looks like a prison.
It looks like a landfill. Like,
it looks like a landfill. Yeah, next to a prison.
Yes.
Yeah, and it felt like a prison.
It does, dude. Santa Margarita, on the other hand, very beautiful. Spanish architecture.
Oh, gorgeous.
Outdoor.
Right on the street, surrounded by like nice trees. There's foliage. You've got Dove Canyon
Dove Canyon, which is like lesser Kodo, like a nice,
a little more
ass-
modest.
Yes.
Yeah, but still really nice. Yeah, that's a good area.
It's really,
and you guys present your like turf field so that everyone can see it right from the street.
Yes.
It's a really nice school.
I was very lucky to go there. But where our two worlds collided.
Yes.
Intersected, if you will.
Yes.
Was at a intersection of two main boulevards here, or parkways. They're actually both parkways.
Yes.
Which I don't know the distinction between Boulevard, Parkway, Street, Avenue. I don't know. And then funny enough, a driveway is where you park your car. But anyways, we won't get into that shit. But Oso.
Yep.
Which means bear in Spanish.
Love it.
Oso. And Antonio. Which means
Banderas.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct. These two parkways collide. And right at that area is a shopping center.
Yes. A lovely shopping center known only as Oso Jack.
Correct. Because, yes, there are other businesses in there. There's a car wash.
There's a car wash.
Funny enough, there's a Taco Bell at the other end.
There's a Taco Bell.
Oh, here we go. Aaron, thank you. If you are joining on the YouTube, you are now looking at a official Google Maps of the intersection. I remember this car wash. That was there when I...
Yep, Taco Bell. There's like a Pickup Sticks. There's a Starbucks.
So dank. Starbucks.
Dude, it really is. It's the watering hole.
It is, yeah,
it's
bro.
It's the watering hole for like inland South Orange County.
Yes.
It is the watering hole for about three or four different high schools.
Yes. Because that intersection is perfect. And I would argue down Antonio a little further, like more towards San Juan or San Clemente.
Yeah.
They have bigger, like more shit.
Way more.
And like where Ladera is.
Yes, in Ladera Ranch, there's so many more things, but for some reason,
Exactly.
this was the spot.
This is it.
This is the spot where you pull up to on Friday night.
Correct.
And you got nowhere to go, but
No
you want to
plan,
be seen.
and you don't want to be at home. And
Yeah.
yes, you want to be seen. Maybe Christy's there. Maybe
Yeah.
Christy's there. She's going to see me. I don't know why she would be, but here's the thing. In my experience, and you would go to Oso Jack. Yes, there was a Taco Bell that's dank, whatever.
But let's make this clear.
Yes.
You don't really ever go to Jack in the Box.
I've eaten there 0 times.
Yeah,
I was
nobody
gonna say-
actually goes. But it's Oso Jack.
Correct.
That is the umbrella term for that entire shopping center is
Yes.
Oso Jack.
Dude, let's meet at Oso Jack.
Meet at Oso Jack.
You know other kids are going to be there.
Yeah, and at no point does that mean get Jack in the Box.
No.
No.
Absolutely not.
No. Which honestly, we went to Taco Bell way more.
It's way better.
But it wasn't Oso Bell.
No, fuck no.
No, it wasn't Oso Taco.
It was Oso Jack.
It was Oso
bro.
Jack, dude.
It was Oso Jack. And this has a very, because it's an intersection of these two high schools, the things that would go down there was violence, there was sexual activities, there was, it was all sorts of just fucking.
All the worst parts of high school,
Yes.
or best,
Yeah,
depending.
My mom had the number for Oso Jack on speed dial because, like, when she would be like,
No.
because I have siblings too. My older brother Greg was like really a problem child and everything, but like he would go there. And my mom would be like, "Have you seen him?" And dude, the manager knew who my brother was, bro. Like, because he was causing problems, and he's like, "Nah, like I don't know." He's like, he'd be like, "There's tons of kids here." Like, I don't know.
Dude, that is so funny that
Bro.
your mom would call.
Yeah, bro.
Like, what is Jack in the Box in
Dude,
that?
exactly.
What are they gonna be like? Order number 28,
Dude, yeah.
Greg.
Yeah, dude, Greg. Exactly, dude.
What are they gonna do with that
Some
information?
confused customers like, do they use names now?
Your mom
Should I-
is just like trying anything at that point to just like get a handle on the kid.
And dude, he was 3 bottles of Sky vodka deep. Like,
Oh yeah,
you know,
he wasn't
in
even no.
Yeah,
he was deep in coda.
Correct.
Yeah, he
And
wasn't. He had been at Oso Jack 3 hours prior.
Yes.
Yeah, but and he will be like he'll be back too. It's,
Oh, yeah.
It's the meeting point for the beginning of the night and then the end of the night.
Yes,
You
you-
run around and you get into trouble in the middle, and then you end up back at Oso Jack at like 2 a.m.
Correct. And you could see if like you missed it because like you'd see some lifted trucks,
Yeah.
or whatever parked
Right.
out there, and it's like, okay, people carpooled,
Yeah.
somewhere else. Where do we got to go?
Right.
So you need to get there early.
Yeah, what was crazy is it was a place where you would go to like meet your homies, but then like you said, like it would also be a place where you could potentially like run into someone that you had like major beef with.
Oh yeah, bro.
And like you said, there would be fights every weekend, which was so funny because it was like, no matter how many years we got into high school, we never changed the meeting spot.
No.
And cops would just wait. They would just
Dude, yes.
wait. They're like, all right, statistically, if we stay here long enough, we will either like bust someone with weed, or we'll break up a fight, or like we'll like bust someone who's trying to like do donuts in like their BMW 3 Series.
Exactly, dude. Because it's a big ass lot.
Yeah.
And the cops are just posted up at like, was Wendy's Donuts still there when you were there?
Yeah, Wendy's Donuts, and like the car wash had, the spot. When every single car wash has that spot where you pull up first and they vacuum.
Yes.
And so the car wash, obviously at night it closes, but there was a huge area where the vacuum area of the car wash was, and cops would just chill in there in the dark.
Yes, 'cause it was
and they would just sit back there, and you could drive by, you could see them every time. Like, dude, they're the cops, and like everyone knows they're there, but like. Dude, like 5 minutes later, 2 dudes are just like scrapping in the parking lot and just like
Dude.
whoop whoop, like every
100%.
time. It's like everyone. You never got away with anything at Oso Jack.
No, you didn't.
That's where you always got caught. But I don't know why we kept going there.
Dude, because
It was such a bust.
Yeah, dude, yeah, it was such a bust. It was never a good time.
No.
I don't think I ever had a good time there.
No.
You just had dude, circling back to uniforms, like I went to the private school to wear uniforms. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. In my day, which was like 2006, there was a uniform for Tesoro.
Oh yeah.
And it was a bro
Yeah.
in a maroon shirt.
Yep.
No logo.
Yep.
Maybe a white shirt under that.
Always a
maroon
white shirt under.
Yeah.
And it would just peekaboo.
Yeah, bro.
It would just barely,
exactly, dude.
It would
right
just
here.
barely peek out, and it would always white undershirt, something that was like contrasting the
Yep.
color.
Yep.
So maroon was very popular, so it would just sit right there. And I don't know how we used to do it, but it would like sit there perfectly.
It was amazing.
And you would readjust it.
Oh, you wanted that undershirt to show.
You wanted it to show just a little bit like that.
That's a beautiful example.
Yeah, thank you.
Beautiful example.
Yeah.
and
then-
jeans, and then Jack Parcell
Jack
or like
Purcell's, yeah, and then the jeans evolved a little bit, but for a long time it was designer jeans.
True.
It
This is still Orange County.
Sevens for All Mankind.
Yes.
True Religion.
Yep.
Lucky Brand was a big
Lucky
one.
Brand is nice. You undo the zipper, says Lucky You.
Yeah, Lucky
Never
You,
did that for any lady in high school. Never. No one saw that.
No one ever saw it. Yeah,
besides when I
just
jacked
me
off.
and my friends. Yeah.
Exactly. It's me and my buddies. Exactly. Dude.
And yeah, but like really expensive jeans, and then like sometimes it would be like big like puffer jackets with like fur on the hood.
I remember that. Yeah, dude.
Fur on the hood jackets. It was a crazy ass style. And then like flat build like hats for like baseball teams.
Yes.
It was always like baseball teams, or it would just say like NY. It would just have like rep like New York for some reason.
For no reason.
Nobody.
Because here's the thing. There's no identity to that whole
Nope.
area.
No,
like
you're
Ladera
right.
Ranch is a soulless.
Yes.
Kodo, for all intents and purposes, is sort of like like there's no.
Yeah.
Like, what is the culture there? Like, we
Yeah.
get takeout food.
You're right.
Like, we drive Audis. Like, I don't know what the culture
Yeah, Mexican
is.
takeout.
Like,
is
yeah,
the
like that's
closest
our
thing we
culture.
have.
Exactly,
Yeah.
bro.
Steak nachos.
Dude, exactly. Yeah, exactly, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
that is so crazy to think about. I think that's why when things did come around, you had a lot of people on board for whatever that thing was. Like there was a mob mentality for sure, because I
Yes.
think people were so bored and there was such a lack of culture that when crazy things would happen or some sort of movement would start. Like, do you remember the rap group Klizazit?
okay. I didn't know that you knew about this.
Are you
Those
kidding?
guys were like the dude Lunchbox.
Dude, they were-
There was a guy named Lunchbox in that
They
group,
were like
bro.
my heroes.
Those guys, dude, we would
I
make fun
loved
of those guys,
guys.
so much. Dude, they had a YouTube video up there. I tried to find it for this and I couldn't find it. And bro,
You've tried to look it up already?
I tried to look it up, and my buddy, funny enough, my buddy Greg, he'll send it to us every once in a while. Dude, I should text him right now. And Oso Jack is heavily,
Oso
featured
Jack
in this music
Oso
video,
Jack
bro.
is the center point for
Yeah, it is.
this music video.
Yeah, it is.
And I can't remember how the song goes.
I need to text
but
these guys.
If you played it, I know I would be able to recite a good amount of the words. So this was a rap group. Their name was Klizazit. It was made up of like 6 white dudes.
Yes.
And this was during a time where like yeah
6
so
dudes
already
with retirement funds already.
yes
like,
trust fund kids
Yes.
who are like rapping about getting money and like drug dealing, but it was like it was like meta in a way, because they kind of knew that it was a little bit silly.
Yeah.
Like they knew they were like going kind of over the top with it, but at the same time I do think that they kind of believed it.
No, for sure.
They believed it.
Yeah, and those kids did do drugs and stuff. Like,
Yeah, they did. They
And
were bad kids.
Yeah, they were bad kids.
They were
Like,
bad kids.
and they probably sold drugs to kids, or like some
Yeah.
buddies of mine at Oso Jack. Like,
Yeah.
they did that. But like, did they do it in the glorified way? Like,
Right.
You know, like, are they like they want it to be gangster, but it's like,
Right.
they're not really.
Yeah, they're not flipping bricks of cocaine. They're
Yeah.
like selling their mom's Xanax.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Like they're getting it free, and their weaponry isn't like they don't have a gun, but they do have
No.
like baseball bats,
Baseball bats and like a butterfly knife
yes.
they got from Chinatown.
and they're all on steroids.
Oh,
a lot
yeah.
of these kids were on
Dude,
steroids and jacked.
That's a great point. That's a
Bro.
great point that I forget about sometimes.
Yeah.
Is that there was a massive steroid movement.
Big time, bro. And across
For
all
no
eras.
reason.
No, none of them are athletes.
Everyone was enormous.
So jacked, and you know what it was
Yes.
for? you got jacked, so when you rolled to Oso Jack,
you could beat
fucking,
kids up.
Yes, you would beat up kids,
beat
dude.
kids up.
Exactly,
That's
bro.
what it was for.
Yes.
It was getting massive so that, when someone would talk shit, you could just beat them up.
And you would know who was the king of Oso Jack. Like, you'd look in their car and it'd be like a collection of beanies that they took.
Yeah.
They'd be like, look at all the beanies that I've taken from fucking
kids.
dudes. You want your fucking beanie in here, dude?
Yeah, bro. You want me to hang your beanie on my wall, dog?
Exactly, bro. I'll jack your beanie and you're fucking a number. You're a notch, dude.
Just another notch on my belt, dog.
You're a fucking beanie in my truck bed, dude.
Bro, that's crazy. I mean, it's so funny because people don't realize that who aren't from like Orange County. I don't think, because you're like, oh, it's the OC and they've seen like Laguna Beach,
right.
and it's like, yeah, that exists, but the majority of Orange County was like that.
Yeah.
It was kids, a lot of kids fighting a lot.
Yeah, it
like,
was.
and I think that's a through line for, I mean, kids are hormonal and,
Yes.
and they're on drugs and steroids and Jesus, it's like, of
Yes.
course,
Yes.
of course everyone's fighting each other. But like the fight culture was prevalent. Like it was a real thing. And it was like, I think every weekend someone was fighting someone, whether it was planned or not. Like, and then there would be planned ones. And
Dude, the planned ones were gnarly,
the planned ones were crazy. And sometimes it wasn't even a person versus a person. It was a school versus a school.
Dude, yeah, exactly.
Like Tesoro, the school that I went to, had major beef with Capo Valley.
Oh, really? Okay.
Capo Valley was just down the street.
Yeah.
See, my school and your school didn't have as much beef.
No, and
we were kind of friends.
Yeah, and we kind of shared our same meetup spot.
Yes.
And every once in a while there was some crossover.
There was some stuff between certain people, but like I had a bunch of homies that went to your high school RSM, and there was a lot of overlap. But there was something about Capo and Tesoro. Like, I mean, there were times, dude, where it would be like, yo, like we're meeting up at like Flojo Park.
Dude, exactly.
We're meeting up at Florence Joyner Park, which is such a funny thing, like an Olympic. It's supposed to be like this, very like progressive, like cool, like optimistic park, and we're meeting at Flojo Park.
Is that the nice ass sports comp that's like on the hill? Like, you go up fucking, what is that?
Yeah, it's one of the, I can't even remember the street it was off of.
Flojo, dude.
But it was a random park, and it was super nice, but it was huge, and like we would meet there, bro, and it would be like everyone would catch word. It would be Capo versus Tesoro, and you'd roll up, and no joke, it would be like 70 kids versus 70 kids.
Yeah.
And we'd all kind of just be like, all right, like we'd meet, and then like their biggest kid would come talk to our biggest kid. Dude,
Yes.
it was like medieval.
Bro.
Like it was like send your leader forward.
Correct. There was this kid named Geach who would roll up. Dude, this kid Geach would roll up. He'd be like,
Yeah.
all right, here's the rules.
Yeah.
Fucking, we're gonna do it's literally like Green Street. He's
So
like,
your guy was Geechu?
yeah, no, Geach. It's like, dude,
Geach.
it's basically like gangs in New York, but without like we're using guns, blunt ends, sticks, hitting to knockouts, so we playing to the dead. Like, dude, and these guys would go up and talk Braveheart style.
Oh, got it.
Like generals, and then he'd come back. Here's the thing, all right, dude. If a guy drops to the ground, leave him. Don't kick him.
Yeah.
Or like
there was
tonight,
rules.
We're playing for keeps. Like if a guy drops, and I would never go to these. Like I would hear of these fights.
Oh yeah, I'd go to all of them.
Oh, bro.
I'd go to all of them. It was so exciting.
Would kids ever film or anything like that? Like, because in our era, we had flip phones, bro.
Yeah,
we had like
bro.
razors.
I mean, you couldn't make out
Nowadays-
anyone's face. No,
That's good,
not on these. And it was like at night, so it was like, yeah, good luck. I mean, you could just hear things and just like, yeah, and you know what I mean. And that was that.
How many fuck you bros? Or how
Oh
many
yeah. Oh,
yeah. Oh,
yeah, get off me!
pussy! Oh.
I can't breathe.
Yeah, dude,
Dude, I can't breathe. The kid who's losing the fight. Dude, I can't breathe.
Just a ton of dude. Kyle.
Yeah.
Kyle.
Trevor, Chad, Connor, Alec.
Yeah, dude, Alec.
Dude, get off me, Alec.
No, Alex, you're cool. Alec.
Yeah, Alec. I said Alec. Yeah, it was crazy, man.
Bro, there was a kid named Mac. Bro, his dad showed up one time with a camera, dude. His dad, like, it was his Oso General store, and this kid, Spellman.
Shout out to Mesa Liquor.
Yeah, dude. Oh no, this is Kodo General, but yeah, Mesa Liquor.
Kodo General.
Dude, Mesa Liquor, pull a Hey Mister, dude.
Yeah.
That should be a closet lyric. You go up, and a Hey Mister is where you go, and not condoning this to the kids, but you find a chill ass looking adult, and you're like, hey, bro, like, dude, I'll give you $50 if you just buy us like a 30 rack, and you just
like,
keep the change.
Dude, And how many times were you successful in doing that?
Quite a few.
Quite a few.
Quite a few.
Do you think about that sometimes?
Yeah, I'm like, that's a bad adult.
Who
dude.
were those guys?
Yeah, it's a bad adult.
Who were those guys? Imagine
Yeah.
a 16-year-old kid.
Yeah.
Dude, have you seen what a 16-year-old kid looks like? They look like babies.
Exactly.
When I see one, I actually think they're in like middle school. You know what I mean? You see a 16-year-old kid. Imagine that person walking up to you and being like, "Hey, man.
I know.
Hey, can you like maybe like?" And then you have to sit there and think about it.
Yeah.
You're like, where are you in your life
No, I would
that
just
you're
tell the
like,
kids,
man, I
like-
need to do this right now?
Yeah, if it's me.
Are you insane? You're risking jail time
Dude, exactly.
for this little piece of shit
Yeah, it's
who's gonna pound him in his
and then he
Toyota
goes and gets a
Tacoma at Oso
DUI
Jack?
or
Yeah, and then he
whatever,
gets a
like,
DUI.
and like God forbid hurts. Like there's no positive thing as that adult coming out of that.
No.
Unless you're a weirdo and you're like, hey man, you guys mind if I have a few with you?
Yeah, then it gets really
then
dicey.
you go, no
You're
thanks,
like, no, I'm
dude, later."
good, actually, dog.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm kidding, dude.
Yeah, no, actually, I'm good. I'm just gonna get some Sprite,
The adult
actually.
that wants to still kick it, dude. So where are we going?
Bro, there were guys like that. We knew guys like that.
Yeah.
We knew guys that were like, back then it felt like they were really, really old. And I mean, they kind of were, but we were like 16, 17, and they were probably like 26, 27.
Yeah, weird. Like,
it's so
yeah,
weird. But
weird.
they like, and they had like an apartment.
Oh, yeah,
You know what I mean? They had an
bro.
apartment down the street, and like, they would like, dude, there was this one guy that would like buy all of our friends booze. Like, we'd hit him up every weekend and he'd come and like kick it with us. And like, it definitely hit a point where we're like, yo, we gotta stop hanging out with this dude.
Exactly.
Like, this dude's like,
dude.
he's freaking out all the girls.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Because
what I mean.
because that's
what
where
he's
it
there
gets
for, bro.
real dicey. When he's like,
Yes.
dude, what's up with Stephanie? And
Yeah.
you're like,
dude,
what do
she's
you mean?
stressed out about her chemistry exam?
Yeah,
And you're like,
yeah.
bro, why is that on your radar, dude? Why is that on your radar?
So many weird people.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, God, that's
and,
so
and it all
funny.
comes together at this shopping center, dude.
Yes, sir.
And just to pay off a little bit of our historical context here, Cole,
Yeah.
After all, this is a very highfalutin educational podcast here. You
Yep.
know, I mean, Harvard grads listen.
Yes.
Future Harvard grads, I hope. And maybe even current ones, who knows. But, the shopping mall was first opened in like 1922 in Kansas City, right? So just a fun fact. And it was created to just for ease, and it came out of car culture when people were able to go around, and then these highway systems, and they were generally anchored by at that time not a movie theater really, but like a department store, like Sears or whatever it was, Macy's back in,
Macy's.
exactly, Nordstrom back in the
Yeah.
day. Shopping centers, similar to a mall, also growing from car culture, typically anchored by a grocery store, followed by a few little things now, like. But this shopping center that we're talking about, but they're built to be cultural centers to bring
Yeah.
people together.
Yeah.
Which I just wanted to make that point. Oso Jack, that shopping, does do exactly that.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think the designers really thought it was going to be a bunch of fucking kids and lifted Raptors and M Series cruising up and not purchasing anything. So contributing not to the economy.
Never.
Not to that, a weed
A dollar
economy.
taco,
Maybe.
every once in a while.
Exactly.
You'd pick up what did they have at Jack in the Box? 2 of those like dog meat tacos.
Monster tacos.
Yeah,
You get
for
2 monster
two
tacos.
for $1.
Correct.
Yeah.
Maybe a sourdough Jack if you were really in a pinch.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
And
Some curly
here's
fries.
the picture. This is what it looks like today. Look at this.
Oh, look at that.
That's what it looks like today.
Wow.
I want to say they changed it a little bit. I think it was like more white looking back in my
Yeah,
day.
maybe they did a couple renovations.
They probably had to raise the drive-through bar, to like fit those Raptors under there, widen it a little bit for the dualies,
Right.
and
Damn.
But
Brings back a lot of memories just even seeing that picture.
I mean, I don't think you can make that shopping center any better. I mean, what would you do nowadays? Like maybe a vape store?
No,
you
definitely.
know?
I think they probably sell vapes at that liquor store.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got all the things that you need, right? They've got the gas, they've got cheap food,
Yeah.
they've got the liquor, and I'm sure there's vapes inside of there. Dude, I guarantee the culture is the exact same.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Like
It's the exact same.
It changed from my generation to your generation, which was
Yeah.
like, I think there was maybe one little gap in the middle, but
Yeah.
like that's like consistent. And hearing about the white undershirts, and I forgot about those poofy jackets, bro.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Gosh, the poofy jackets were crazy. It was a really weird mix of of culture, because a lot of the same kids that were really into like rap and like especially like in Orange County, I think like, you know, G Unit was really big during that time, and like Young Buck specifically was like massive. Like everyone loved Young Buck. So it was like baggy, but like also people were still coming off of like the hardcore thing, like straight edge, like hardcore metal music. So it was like really bizarre because like these kids would like be like half rap, half hardcore. Yeah. Because they'd have
kids, bro.
Skin tight jeans.
Those skinny jeans. The sisters' jeans.
Yes. The jeans were skin tight, and then you'd have like Jack Purcells on the bottom, right? So you got the lower half, hardcore music. Lower half is like straight edge music. And then the upper half, you'd have like a triple XL t-shirt with a little white, a giant puffer jacket, and then like just like a straight build hat. Like, dude, people would put like a couple dollar bills up in them. And it was like,
keep the sticker on the bottom.
Yes.
Keep the sticker.
$59.50.
The $59.50 on the bottom. Have that.
And it was like rapper up top.
Yes.
So like, you know, if you covered up the top and bottom, it's like two completely different people. But that was the style. Whatever that was, like that was it.
Dude, and that makes such good sense. And maybe it makes sense that Closet was the name of the band, because it looks like somebody just went into a closet and just grabbed all these fucking items in search of a personality or an identity.
In search of an identity is like the best way to put it. Like, dude, what am I?
Dude, exactly. Dude, that's what everyone was there for. Like, everyone went through the drive-thru and they didn't order food. They're like, tell me who I am. Why am I here?
Yeah.
Like, dude.
Can I get a number me? Yeah. They're like, what? A number me? Who am I?
With the side of cries, if that's okay.
Like, what? Just souped up.
And then like anytime that vulnerability is exposed, just somebody calling you a bitch and then you're fighting, and then that's what happens.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Hey, Danktorians. We're the union workers of Anchor Brewing Company in San Francisco, America's first craft brewery. Maybe you remember us from the previous episodes of History is Dank, like the IPAs and IRAs and California beers episodes. We've been working hard for the past 127 years to bring you some of the best beer in the world, but it's time for our hard work to be recognized. We're currently in the process of negotiating our second contract with management, and we need your support. As union workers, we're fighting for fair wages, safe working conditions, and benefits that will allow us to take care of ourselves and our families. We want to continue to make Anchor Brewery a great place to work, and we believe that a fair contract is essential to that goal. I gotta agree. I mean, first and foremost, the IPA at Anchor Brewing, it's so dank. It's just right. I went up there and I took the tour solo. I mean, I had a great time, dude. You know what I mean? I'm at the stage of my life as an adult where I like to do stuff alone. And I went to Anchor Brewery, and let me tell you, a lot of chillers work there, a lot of good people. And let's be honest, who's against people working hard, getting what they deserve? I'm for it. We're all for it. Let's show our support for people that, you know, hey, they make us some stuff that makes us happy. So it's about time that their hard work is recognized and they can be happy and live the lives that they deserve, putting in all the hard work. So it's important to unionize. You know, it's you got to collectively negotiate, you know, power in numbers, and just like there's power in those percentages of an IPA, you get up to 7%. Thank you very much. But seriously, it's an important cause, and it's a good thing to show your support. So if you're a fan of history, a nice, smooth, crispy lager, or a dank, toasty IPA like myself, then we encourage you to show your support for the union workers. You can do this right now. It only takes a second. Reach out to the company at Anchor Brewing on social media and let them know you stand with the workers by using hashtags #AnchorUnion and #AnchoredInSF. For updates, you can follow our efforts on social media platforms at Anchor Union SF. Together, we can make sure that the people who bring you your favorite beer are treated fairly. Also, any SF Bay Area locals are welcome to join our Drink In event on Friday, February 10th at 5 p.m. at our tap room in Potrero Hill. Are you ready for the biggest Sunday in sports? DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of Super Bowl 57, has all the Super Bowl action you need. New customers can bet just $5 and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Plus, all customers can get in on the Super Bowl 57 excitement with DraftKings Happy Hour Super Boosts. Check out DraftKings Sportsbook app every day between 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern and 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Pacific to see what prop bet will be boosted. Dude, I'm boosted up, ready to go, full of stoke to check out. I'm fired up for those prop bets. You know I love A.J. Brown. You know I love Kelsey, baby. Come on, let's go. And Jalen Hurts, you know he's going to walk one in, and it ain't going to hurt when he gets his reservation for 6. It's going to feel good. So download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code DANK. New customers can bet $5 on Super Bowl 57 and get $200 in bonus bets instantly only at DraftKings Sportsbook with code DANK. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. Void in Ohio. See show notes for details.
So it was like really big for us. And like, again, we're all searching for things to do. So like, there was like the part of like the friend group, or just like the people we knew that were like really like more took things more like seriously, and it was like fighting. Like we were like partly like, that wasn't my whole thing. It was like, oh, if we're going to like do that, we're going to do it. But I think the majority of the time we were running around just like causing mayhem.
Yeah.
We were looking for like things to get into and to just like fuck with people, So like, and Oso Jack was like definitely a place where we were doing that.
Yes.
Like we were messing with people like, you know what I mean? Like we were just like, I don't know, we'd like open up someone's car door and just throw like a fart bomb in there. One of those packets, those like silver, you crack the little rock inside.
Spencer's
Yeah.
at the Mission Viejo
Yeah,
Mall.
or like the ice cream man would sell them. Yeah, like something like that. Or like one thing that we did quite often at the Taco Bell. For some reason, we never did this at Jack in the Box. Again, favoring Taco Bell.
Yep.
Because Taco Bell was better. And this is what we wanted.
Stank.
So we would go to Taco Bell drive-thru and we would order like, $30 worth of Taco Bell. And then we would pull up and we would have one of our friends hiding in the bushes. And as soon as the person would go to hand us all of our food, we would like pause for a quick second and we'd go to reach for it, and then our buddy would run through in between the car and the person and just snatch the bag and then run away. And then we'd all be like, dude, what? Who was that? And we'd be like, that guy just stole our food. What was that? And that guy would run and go hide in the bushes, and then we'd be like, dude, what are you gonna? And they're like, They knew.
Yeah, of course.
And they were like, okay, I guess we'll make you your order again.
Dude, exactly.
And then we would go to like our buddy's garage, and then we'd have $60 worth of Taco Bell, which by the way, nobody needs.
No. The fact that you're
$30
alive.
is enough. It's funny that we were willing to spend $30 on Taco Bell, and we're like, let's bump this up to 60
Exactly.
and really hate our lives. Like, let's really contemplate suicide and also shit our pants.
Yeah, exactly.
After eating $60 worth of chalupas.
No, dude, that's amazing, bro. Like getting into hijinks like that's so fucking fun.
So
dude.
fun.
We would do stuff where like we'd go doorbell ditching, and like we put a bunch of beer cans down like during the day, and like make it like ring the doorbell, and then our buddy would be passed out on the lawn and get up and like act really fucked up in front of the family and be like, hey, I just need to like
that's good.
I just, like, need to use your toilet. Like, can I just come in? Like my wife just let me, all this stuff, and then we'd be in the car just like, oh, dude, like just dying.
What's so funny about that is like we were saying earlier, like kids who look 16 look so young.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're getting up going, my wife.
Yeah.
Wow, my kids won't talk to me.
Yeah, exactly,
like, dude, you're 13, dog.
Exactly.
Like, what? Like,
it was amazing.
And we're like, man, these parents, what idiots. We're getting them good.
Dude, Christmas time would roll around, bro. We'd go to Oso Jack, get in a car together, and then like go to Kodo. We'd like call one buddy who lived in there or whatever. Go to Kodo and then just go, reindeer humping, set up all the reindeers to hump.
Reindeer humping. I forgot
tackle those
about
big
that.
blown up ones.
Yeah, we used to just unscrew the big chunky light bulbs, the real like bulby ones.
Yeah. We'd
steal just like hundreds of them and just throw them off of bridges.
Yes.
That's
what teenagers do.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's no good.
I forgot about reindeer humping though.
Yeah.
That's great. Did you ever get into lighting bags of shit on fire?
We tried it. I tried that. We did it to a buddy. Like
nobody ever stomps it out.
No one does that.
No, but just the satisfaction of you seeing them open the door.
Yeah.
And once they make eye contact with it, you win.
It's so good.
That's when you win. Nobody's going to stomp it out. Everybody knows. Also, you can't make a big enough fire.
Exactly. It never lights on fire good enough.
Never, yeah.
It like the corner lights, and you're like, okay, it's lit.
Yeah.
Like you would need fluid.
Oh, bro, we would throw like lighter fluid on it.
Oh,
and like,
dude.
Yeah, all kinds of things like WD-40 to make it explode.
Spray that shit.
But when someone comes out and just looks at it, and you just see their face, and then they're like, God damn it.
Bro.
Because now... The thing is, like, at some point, they're gonna have to do something. They're gonna have to pick it up, and it is a charred bag of shit. And I don't know, Coto de Casa, we used to go, because Coto is also, like, it's like, it's got an equestrian vibe.
Yeah, it does, yeah.
There's, like, a lot of, like, dirt trails, and a lot of people who, like, own, like, horses, and there's, like, a lot of, like, property. So there's, like, horse stables that are accessible from the road. And when we would be like, well, like we had an endless supply of horse shit.
Yeah,
we would just pop over, and we would just fill. I bet these people who own these houses are like, "This is great." Like I haven't had to pick up the horse shit in months.
Exactly. This is a miracle. Like what is this? It's
taking the horses to the vet. They're like, I think my horses are eating their own shit. They get rid of the horse. They're putting the horses down.
Like what the fuck, dude? Bro, we took, one of my neighbors had a giant ass Rottweiler, and this is bad, and we didn't like my buddy's girlfriend at the time. Like we convinced ourselves like, dude, she's cheating on you, bro. Like none of us had evidence of this. We're just like, dude, we don't like her, and probably because he wasn't like hanging out as much. Yeah. So we didn't like that. Yeah. We're all immature, and we're like, dude, she's the worst, bro. So we had a spa session. We'd call these spa sessions where you cruise over, come to the jacuzzi, jack a beer or whatever if you could, drink it, whoever parents weren't home. And so we were at my house having a little spa sesh. My buddy's girlfriend came over and brought her friends. For all, like, that's cool. Like, now we have girls in a jacuzzi. Yeah. Like, this is heaven. Like, we're in heaven. Yeah, you did. But we didn't like it because our time was taken from us. So we snuck down. They were all, like, kind of still hanging out. And me and, like, two other buddies pulled a mission where we went down to my neighbor's house, and they had a big-ass Rottweiler, took its giant-ass shit. Like, and the neighbors never picked up that dog shit. We got so much of that dog shit and put it in the fucking girl's car, under the seat, like hid it in there, and like just chilled. And we actually like took her car. It was when they were gonna leave. We took her car, like joking around as a prank. We're like, look how funny we are. We stole your car.
Isn't that crazy? You're committing like Grand Theft Auto. Yeah. And you're like, this is funny.
Yeah, this is hilarious. Put the shit in there, turn the heat up, give it to her. She calls the next day. When do you like throw up in here? Like what happened? Like our cars. I was like, shit. They found the shit. Dude, her dad was a cop.
Oh no.
And her dad's like, they need to call me and apologize.
Really?
Yeah. And then my buddies were like, no. My buddies were like, fuck no, we're not doing it.
Yeah, because then you would have to admit guilt.
Yeah.
But did she know for sure it was you? Yeah, because you guys took her car. There's no question.
No question. It was us. And my buddy knew too. He's like, it's fucked up. Dude, that's messed up. You do that. Like, so we hurt him. Then I called her dad, and he's like, we found that cleaning the car. You think that's like funny, like to do that? Or like, do you guys do this? And then literally, you think that I was like stepping up and facing the music? I just threw my two other buddies under the bus. Yeah. I was like, yeah, my two other buddies are cowards, dude. Like, I was just driving. I was telling them, don't do it. And just totally. Yeah. And he's like, well, that sounds good. You should have them call me. And I'm like, I tried, man. I'm trying to do it.
Like, they're cowards. Yeah.
He's like, just give me their numbers. I'm like, I don't know them. I don't have a phone. Like, So
that's so funny,
bro,
man.
So yeah, dude, we would get into all sorts of bullshit like that.
Isn't it funny when you think back on just like high school? There was like, it was very poo heavy.
Yeah.
There was a lot of
upper decking.
There was a lot of poo stuff.
Yeah.
It was in many different ways. There was upper decking. There was lighting it on fire. There was hiding it in people's cars. There was just straight, dude. Oh my God, we would just do it at school, like in things or on the floor.
My buddy did that too. He had a planter. My buddy did that. Yeah.
It was insane. Why? I don't know.
But I would laugh. I'd be like, that's hilarious.
Yeah. Like, I mean, it just seemed like every weekend we were doing something with poo.
Yeah.
Like,
exactly, dude. Literally what shit are, Aaron, is this just an Orange County Oso thing? Like in your high school were dudes doing shit like that?
No, definitely not with shit.
Yeah, we're weird. We're weird.
Dude, I love
weird.
that response.
Yeah.
No one was doing anything with shit.
No, you
That
guys
was
are fucking
just
morons.
you guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You guys are psychopaths. And it's crazy.
Dude, well, the craziest kids were, and you kind of mentioned this earlier, were these fucking straight edge hardcore kids. Because a lot of them were like, I don't drink. I don't drink. I don't have sex. I don't do anything. And the way that they got their kicks and their energy out was like, maybe they would go off-roading or like to a concert in mosh, but then it was fighting. So those kids were arguably like, if you're drinking and doing something stupid out in public, like you're a menace to everyone, but like these kids were like menaces to like...
In a different way. Like because like they were hurting people like a lot.
Yeah, beating people up.
Beating people up. That was like how they got it out, I think. Because it's like one thing to just be partying at a... That is so funny too. They're like, we're altruistic. We don't do this. We don't do that.
Yeah.
We're just like straight edged. But we'll also literally beat your ass for almost nothing.
Dude, like literally be like, dude, you made fun of Kyle's younger brother for his broken wrist. He broke that snowboarding. Do you realize how that set him back on baseball? So they'd like justify it. They'd be like, so now you're going to meet us at Oso.
Yeah.
We're going to cruise out to fucking Joyner Park.
Yeah.
And we're going to fucking throw down.
Yeah. Bro, if you just looked at anyone from Tesoro or any of those straight edge, because a lot of those straight edge kids like messed around with those Closet guys, and you just said, Closet sucks, dude?
Yeah, bro.
Hey, Closet sucks, dog. Dude, you're throwing hands.
Yeah, exactly.
Immediately.
Throwing hands, dude.
Immediately. Or if not, right then and there. If you're at school, it's like, yo, I'll meet you also at either Oso Jack or the Kaleidoscope.
Yep.
That was a big one too. The
Kaleidoscope
theater,
for sure.
The movie theater.
Yeah, had the upper deck thing.
Yeah.
You could hock a loogie on a kid you didn't like down there. People would do that.
So wild.
9-star or 5-star, whatever that.
Yeah, 9-star was a...
I was in Howie's Game Shack. I'm looking at my buddies to see if they've got any Closet music videos here real quick. Not seeing anything.
Yeah, I can't remember there was one called Sloanin'. That was one. They made a music video to that, but the one, I can't remember the name. Dude, I tried to look for it not too long ago and I couldn't find it. I think they took it down.
Did one of those kids die, dude?
For sure, 100%.
Yeah.
I can't remember which one.
I think one of those kids did.
Yeah, there's
which is tragic and bad.
Yes, 100% he did, and I can't remember his name right now. But he doesn't need to be named. But
no,
but yeah, they were bad kids, man, and they got into bad things. You know, so it was a sketchy route. And dude, I don't know if you've experienced this too, but a lot of the kids that like I saw like that were like abusing the steroids and stuff.
Oh yeah, dude.
Dude, they went kooky.
That makes you angry.
It
straight
makes you
up.
no, but it's like and even more so, like it changes the chemicals in your brain at a young age, and when you mix that with like booze, dude. So many people that I've seen that like abuse steroids and drugs at the same time at a young age, like have gone off to be the craziest people.
Yeah.
It's really gnarly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like there's like for all the kids doing that, like, 80% would go out and just be crazy, but then there's like the 1 or 2 kids where it's like now they run like a CEO, like now they're like now they run like a .com, really
super successful. You're like, wow,
they know facts about everything. Like they're like
J-Boy from Closet is really
exactly, bro. He's like, I do collagen injections. I'm the healthiest guy. I wake up at 4. I've got 2 kids. I drive a Ford. Like
because if you can channel that. Whatever that passion is, that same passion that makes you want to go beat someone up, or like that, that brings you into the booth.
Yeah,
and
bro.
Spit those bars for Closet.
Yes.
You channel that in the right way, dude. You got yourself a CEO.
You 100% do.
Yeah.
And you can have the funding and the backing, the financial power of like an OC dad.
Yeah, right.
Oh my God. Or a couple
God.
of dads behind you to really jumpstart that.
That's so funny.
Or like a kid would be like, dude, like, one of your kids roll up, like you have a meeting with the dad, like I'd like to take you to lunch, Mr. Whatever. Like,
Yeah,
like,
presenting it like a Shark Tank.
Yes. And then you go to lunch and like, I would like to take you to Oso Jack, and the dad's like, no, let's go to fucking a restaurant.
Yeah.
Here's my idea, it's Facebook, but then like, and then you get an upstart and.
Yeah, and I'll be asking for $200,000
exactly.
in return for 0% of the company. You will just be giving me the money.
Exactly. But here's the thing. It's going to be sick because we're investing in my buddy who's a DJ. And our business model is renting out warehouses and throwing ragers. Think about that. Do you like to party? Do you like to birthday?
Do you like to party? Yes?
Okay.
Good. Exhibit B.
Exhibit B, do you like sick tunes? Okay, good. Do you own a warehouse? You do? I knew you did. Great. Can we borrow that? We're going to have a rager.
Bro, I wonder how many failed businesses came out of like Orange County from like dudes who were like completely funded by their parents.
Many, dude.
So many.
Many.
So many.
That's the good thing too about, look, we're both comics, dude, and at least with that, it's like, I mean, at least my parents are supportive, but they were very much like, you know, for all intents and purposes, like we're chasing a pipe. Like it's crazy. For this to hit is crazy.
Yeah,
but,
it's insane.
But it just takes a long time, but we love it.
Yeah.
But at least that's like, there's really no financial fallout of it, other than like every once in a while I'll be like, hey, can I borrow a little bit of dough? But it's not like, hey, I need a big investment.
Yeah, there's
like
no
this.
big
like,
investment.
Yeah, it's like, it's just small disappointments over
yeah.
Dude.
I guess like, over maybe 20 years.
Yes.
You could look back and be like, this was $100,000.
100%. And also, don't you want consistency and to be able to predict probability with your business? Like, probably next year at Thanksgiving, I'll still have no updates. Like, so let's just say it's a very safe.
It's steady.
Yeah, this is very
it's
steady.
Steadily bad.
The variance is not high.
No.
I cry alone and watch the freeway frequently, but that's okay. Not really hurting anyone else.
No, kind of staying in my own lane.
Yeah, which is fine.
Oh,
I mean, I don't know, dude. We've pretty much drilled a lot of what we wanted to talk about with Oso Jack. Maybe this is good to share before we depart and everything. Gnarliest thing you saw or around Oso Jack or as a result of being there? Like, what's one of the gnarliest things you've seen?
I remember there was a couple gnarly things. I mean, we keep going back to fighting, but it's like...
It's really what the culture was, yeah. That's what
I've just seen crazy fights there. There was like... This is something that's interesting. Like, I feel like every school has like the guy.
Yeah.
Like every school, there's always multiple guys, but there's always the guy. There's the guy who's like this school's toughest guy. And for ours, it was like an upperclassman, and his name was Elias.
Love that. Bro, that's like a Greek god.
Bro,
Dude.
Such a strong name.
Amazing.
Talk about just juiced out of his mind.
Yeah.
Guy was on like 60 cycles of Tren and D-ball at the same time. That's a deep cut.
Yeah.
And this guy was so juiced up, dude. And I remember one time, this dude. So Elias is probably like, and he's not a small guy. Like, he's probably 6'2", 6'3", 240 pounds. I mean,
massive. It's
and
a
just
massive
like
human.
No neck traps. You know what I mean?
He
like,
would give teachers homework.
Yeah.
He'd be like, you give me homework.
Yeah. They'd try to hand him a worksheet and he'd slap it out of their hand.
Exactly, dude.
Yeah. And then he'd give him a little pump.
Yeah,
and they'd go,
teachers were flinching.
Yeah, they were flinching, dude. They were flinching. Even when he would walk down the hallway, you know, they'd just turn around and go the other way. You know, they're like, he was bullying the staff.
You were usually not allowed to sleep in class. Teachers would make boring lesson plans to sedate him.
Yeah.
Can we sedate Elias in this class? Yeah, bro. There's
he was
kids like this.
Freak.
Yeah, bro.
He was dude. That's one of those dudes. He is, dude, the scariest man
to
this day.
6'2", 240.
He's a man.
He's a
He's
linebacker.
a man. And what's even crazier is like you have those types of people who have man bodies and kid brains.
Yeah, scary.
That's the scariest person in the world.
Correct.
Because their brain is not, you know, it hasn't formed enough to like
no maturity.
No empathy.
Yeah.
No empathy. And I remember one time we were at Jack in the Box, right? Oso Jack, and like this guy was also huge. Like this guy was like talking shit. This guy also was like, this guy was not in high school. This guy was, let me just make this clear. This guy was 100% not in high school and was with his like buddies. Like there was only like 2 of them, and they were massive too. Like these guys were like men. They were like 26, and they were also huge. And what ended up happening was a classic thing where, like, you know, by the way, getting talking shit to high school kids, it's a lose-lose situation.
Correct.
It should never be done. Walk away, dude.
Yeah, exactly. You're an adult, bro. Yes.
Away.
Yes.
It's a lose-lose situation because what? You beat the shit out of a high school kid and you go to jail, right? And then what's even worse, you get your ass beat.
And then you still go to jail.
Yeah, and then you still go to jail. Because we were ready too. This is our stomping grounds. We know the cops are at the car wash.
Correct.
We know where to run.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
And there's like 8 more like fucking hyenas, like 140-pound kids that are gonna be
ready to kick you in the head. Yeah.
Like just come up and get their shots in. Like you got no chance, bro. Just put their taco down and let's go.
And I remember this guy. It was like this guy had so much confidence, man. He had so much confidence, and he came in and he was just like fuck you guys, I will take on anyone in your group. And it was like that moment where like the seas parted and all the people stepped back and Elias just walked through and just took his shirt off and just put his hands up. And the guy was like, oh, like he kind of caught off guard. And Elias ran at him and jumped in the air. And like, you know that scene from Troy in the beginning when Brad Pitt comes out and destroys the monster?
I love that move, yes.
Dude, with just that sword.
The back move.
Yeah. Over the back. Dude, Elias jumps and Superman punches this guy. Dude, one clean shot in the face and this guy's eyes just roll into the back of his head. He hits the ground. He's completely knocked out. And we all stood there for a second like in complete silence. And we were all like, and we lost it, dude. We lost it. It was one of the craziest, like, dude, we talked about that for years, dude. And then Elias picked up his shirt and just went on with his night. Dude. We all partied.
Bro, that's amazing,
so
dude.
Crazy.
And
that guy had to wake up and then go home.
Yeah, exactly.
So, like,
as an adult, dude, be like, fuck.
Yeah.
Now that guy, bro, that is hilarious.
Where's
dude.
that guy now?
Just climbing his way up Enterprise, dude. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Dude, that's amazing. Cole, you're such a fucking beast, dude. Also, hey, we don't condone violence. We don't. And we also don't. Also, just the best part is how this is kind of a bad ad for Jack in the Box because we never ate there.
Yeah.
Jack in the Box sucks. We would crush In-N-Out or Q-Bell. Dude, thank you so much for sharing this of our culture of psychopath kids in OC. Anything the listeners need to know, where can they see you next? Or
I'm all over the place performing, but you can just follow me and get all those updates. Every platform, you can just follow me at Cole Tells Jokes. That's it.
Boom. It's going to be right there in the show description. Dude, thank you so much for coming on. You got to come back, bro. Dude,
thanks for having me, dude. Man. That was a lot of fun.
Are you kidding me, dude? What a great story. Elias, bro. I'm going to look him up. And Klazazit, if I find it, I will post the video. Guys, question, comment, suggestions, TryToWilsonShows@gmail.com. Check out the Patreon. Maybe I'll share the Klazazit video on Patreon if I can.
You got it.
If I get the rights. But thank you so much, guys. Stay stoked, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Thanks for having me.
Bro, are you kidding me? Dude, that was...